aqui.
Hello and welcome to the Wild Protea. My name is Clinton John and thanks for joining me once again, guys, for this day one, third test day one video reaction. Before I get into things, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe both here on the YouTube channel, The Fair Digest, as well as The Fair Digest online magazine. Now, if you're interested, I have written an article this week on whether I think AB de Villiers should come back or not, and the short answer is I do, but for a very specific reason. So if you want to check that article out, you can go ahead to thefairdigest.com and check that one out. So then, third test, day one, let's get straight into it. First of all, Faf has zero luck with tosses. That's his sixth toss that he's now lost, and yeah, it's not even a joke anymore. He's equaled a few captains now with consecutive test losses. The most is, I think, Nasser's same with 10. And I think, Faf could be well on his way to that number. Hopefully not. And then, the decision to first of all bring in Patterson, so unchanged, but one change in the lineup for South Africa. Patterson coming in, for Wild Protea. Now I like Patterson as a bowler. However, I think he would have loved a less placid pitch to bowl on. And then the decision not to bowl KG up front. Charles Langenfeld came on afterwards. If you watched the interview, it was actually a great interview with Charles. And he gave a lot of credit to Faf for the decisions, and saying it was kind of a team decision, but the decision at the end of the day falls with Faf, and he felt that it was the best way to go. They said that they wanted to bowl a bit straighter, get them to play a bit more, which I can understand, but KG's been one of the best bowlers over the last 5 years, and he only recently lost that number one ranking to Pat Cummins. So a bit of a strange one, but I can understand why they did it, something different, and maybe something that the English team wasn't expecting. We ended the day 220. They ended the day 224. I thought that we were slightly unlucky. Could have had Stokes early. If maybe Quinny had dived across Faf to catch the ball, or if Faf was a yard up, he would have caught that one. So that's a disappointing one. Stokes did have a couple of chances there. You got dropped by Milan. It was a very, very difficult chance. I don't think it was too bad a day for South Africa. I think 2 quick wickets tomorrow could sway things in our favour, but I think that last partnership I think England will be the happier going into day 2. Positives for us, I thought Dane bowled really well without much luck. A very placid pitch, like I said. I thought, Vern bowled really well as well without much luck as well. KG seems a bit off it today, as well as Nokia also seemed a bit off it, but that might be the nature of the wicket. Where the quicker you bowl, it kind of, you fetch further because it's a bit easier to face, I think. That's just my opinion there. And then also the other positive from today was Keshav Maharaj. Now, obviously, with the ball turning in Cape Town, we thought that he would play a massive role, and it didn't turn out to be, because he actually didn't bowl that well. I think it's not a role that he's accustomed to playing, that real attacking kind of spinner. I think he's more the keep the runs down type, an end kind of spinner, and then he gets wickets from guys trying to hit him off his line and length. So I think when he's got to attack and he's got to hit a certain area which he's not comfortable hitting, then it can be difficult for him. And I think if you look at his stats, he's bowled much better in first innings, when there's no pressure on in the first innings as a spinner, because you're not expected to do much. He's his test best actually comes from a first innings, although it was in Sri Lanka, but it's a 9 for in Sri Lanka. So I just think that first innings there's no pressure, and he could just kind of bowl how he wants to bowl. The English today didn't really take him on that much. Joe Root looked to be positive, and I'm pretty sure tomorrow Ben Stokes will look to be really positive against Kesh. So he's got a big job ahead of him again. So he's got to rest those weary fingers and come out and really bowl well tomorrow. For the English, I thought they batted pretty well. At one point it looked like Denley was going to bat them into a hole again. He scored 25 of 100 balls. But Joe Root came out, played pretty positively. He got out. Great bowling by Rabada. And then Crawley and Sibley batted well up front. They showed real patience. And I think that could stand them in good stead for day 2 now. I think day 2 is usually the best day to bat. So Stokes and Josh Butler to come, and Ollie Pope, who's in now, can benefit from all the hard yards that Denley and Crawley and Sibley did. So I think England in the driving seat, but nothing a couple of quick wickets can't fix. If you get Stokes early, you get Butler early, then we see Ollie Pope is pretty good with the tail, but he'll be under pressure because that tail hasn't scored runs yet this series. So advantage England going into day 2. And that is pretty much all I have from today. Just a little funny moment that I thought was funny anyway. At the end of the day, the interview with Charles Langeveld and I think it was Kevin Peterson asked Charles about Henrik Nokia, and he says, he's a proper Dutchman, and KP had a real laugh. The interview actually had to stop and end because KP was uncontrollable with his laughter. So, but I mean, Henrik looks like that type of character. You throw him the ball and he's like, I'll just bowl all day for the team, and he is the sort of go-to guy for the bounces and the quick bowling and the running in all day. So that was just a bit of a funny moment I thought I'd share with you guys. Before I go, I must just apologize for not having a video uploaded for the last test and also for last week. It is that time of the year, family time, and sometimes that has to come first. So that is why there's no videos up for the end of the second test and for last week Friday. But there will be a day 2 reaction video up tomorrow night, and I look forward for you guys to join me then. Thanks once again for joining me, and then before you leave, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification button as well so you can get all the latest from the Wild Protea, the Fair Digest and Clinton's Corner, and talk to Tesna as well. Thanks for joining me guys, have a super Thursday evening, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers, have an absolute awesome evening.